Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Captain Marvel, issue number 28. This was a really good issue. Specs are looking at this issue also. Why? Flippers specifically, because first appearance, new costume, even on the cover. I'm saying it's only going to be for like 3 issues or so, maybe, and then they'll probably go back to normal. But even though I don't really want a Marvel Legends figure of this, I would still buy it because it's a freaking beautiful, gorgeous costume. But on top of that, I feel like I could just make one of these. I could just like sew one of them together. I don't actually know how to sew very well. I could do a suture in the field. It's close, right? I've sewed up my knee pads before. My whatever. Let's just move on with who made this book. This is Strange Magic Part 1 of 3. Writer is Kelly Thompson. The artist is Jacopo Kamengni. Did the best I could on that one. Espen Grundjern on colors, and VC's Clayton Cowles doing the letters. Marco Cecchetto did the cover art. I probably butchered every single name here, including Kelly somehow. And there's a whole bunch of people doing variant covers, which, wow, this book must be doing really good to just have a random issue number 28 and have a whole bunch of variant covers for it. I'm saying, dude, rock on. This starts off really sad. Like, if you want to really make me feel bad about a comic book or feel sad about a moment in a comic book, just kill Captain America in some alternate future. I'm right away like, my spirits have already sunk rock bottom. And I'm just like, everybody might as well die. The world is lost without Captain America. Nobody can wield the shield but him. Heartbreaking. So, God damn it. Already got me emotionally invested in this story. And it turns out it's just a dream. It's fine. All the Avengers are there. And I'm like, well, they don't look like zombies. They're just a little battened up. Oh, they all get murdered in some kind of an energy wave. They look like Hazmat did that, but whatever. Yeah, interesting. Then we get to see the two best friends, and that's Jess and Carol, and they're hanging out with each other. And they have to go and visit Doctor Strange. I'm laughing because the snakes are there, and these snakes are the best characters in all of comic book history. These snakes, bro, are the absolute best. Like, I love these guys, the way they talk to each other, talking trash to each other. Like, you're a mother effer. No, you're a mother effer. We're important. They say at one point, I am offended. Yeah, it's empowering to be offended. Are you kidding me? So the snakes just went full Karen. You never go full Karen. I love these stupid snakes. I'm going to say this thing. Y'all can be pissed at me if you want. I love her more than Chewie, all right, which is Goose in the regular comic books. I love her more than Chewie. I love the snakes more than I love freaking baby land shark, Jeff the land shark. All right, I said it. These snakes are freaking awesome. I love these snakes more than I love Jaro. I went there. These snakes are freaking epic. I love them, dude. Anyway, and they're only here for a short time, and I feel like, I bet you Kelly could write I always say Kelly could probably write any book out there, period, but I almost want to see her write a short story. Like, how every so often, like the Marvel 1000 issue and Marvel 1001 issue, or when they make a Marvel 1002 issue or whatever the hell they're going to do, it'd be great if Kelly just wrote a snake story, just about the two snakes and just a little thing, I would laugh my ass off, I'm sure. I love these freaking guys. They're the heroes of any story. They would be worthy of lifting Mjolnir. I'll bet you. I'm saying it right now. I went on too long about the damn snakes. Listen, they're awesome. Let's move on. Jess is really there long enough just to learn that she, banged badoinkadoinks with freaking Doctor Strange over here. He feels bad, so he kisses her. This is always annoying because this is like, to me, listen, if it was Doctor Strange and Peter Parker, or Doctor Strange and Captain America, and Cap had to say, I can't help you any further with such and such, would he kiss her? Would he kiss them? No, he wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just because they were just, slapping uglies, right? Maybe they were doing the horizontal shuffle. That's the reason why they're all acting like this. He had her pinned up against the wall, and she was climbing up on his shoulders, and there was something there. All right, something happened. There was some mixing of several bodily fluids and smiles at the end. Some things happened here. All right, I'm not angry at that, but like this whole kissing afterwards, It's like that one scene. We all didn't like necessarily how Harley raped freaking Dick Grayson in that one cartoon that was out, the one animated Batman movie that was out. I forget which one it was. But afterwards, when Dick was trying to help her out, not just with the dick, but you know what I'm talking about. She was like, "Oh my God, a guy sleeps with a girl, and all of a sudden he thinks that he owns her." Yeah, yeah, that's really frustrating to see. In this case, I just look at it as like, dude, there was no need for that. There was nothing there. You were icy with her before and her friend. Like, don't turn around and be like, "Oh, I have feelings for you now." Shut up, stupid baloney feelings. You're just a filler. She wants Rhodey. All right, she wants Rhodey. You shut up, man. Anyway, um, I'm getting too invested in this comic book, man. I love the little network of spies that Doctor Strange has set up so that the word can get out, so to speak. Like, can't let her do this because this. And he's basically talking in riddles, talking in tongues, talking in magic speak with these guys. It's like doctors in the room and they're all just, speaking Latin with each other, and it's only about body parts. So there's no philosophy there. It's just body parts. Nobody's reading the Aeneid. They're just bloop, talking about gluteus maximuses and humeruses and patellas and going on like that. That's it. That's all they're doing. Friggin' A, man. Anyway, so he goes and explains to them why she can't do this because she went into Schrodinger's room. The whole progressive thing, like, wow, you got a bathroom just for cats. Wow. You know what I believe in? I believe in one bathroom. All right. You want to have 6 bathrooms in there? Have 6 bathrooms. This way, when guys just have to go in and take a quick leak, you don't have like freaking a line out the door of women waiting to go in. You know what I'm saying? Just 6 bathrooms, go do what you gotta do, get the hell out. No loitering, all right? Have a towel man in there just to make sure. I'm going on too much about the bathrooms now. What about if there were snakes in the bathroom? Is that like Snakes on the Plane? Those snakes on the plane would have been awesome. They would have been the real heroes, not Samuel L. Jackson. Let's wrap this thing up. Hopefully this was a fun video, but this was a very fun comic book. You know what I want to see at the end? I want to see the next issue. Because what happens at the end, who she goes to, who is outside of the network, I actually thought it was going to be Loki. I genuinely thought it was going to be Loki. Since there was such a big fuss made about him, I was pleasantly surprised at who she decided to go with instead. A mortal enemy, if you will. Yeah. But that aside, the part in here that Doctor Strange says, and this was very Tower of Babel, if you guys know the Justice League story I'm talking about. Very Tower of Babel that Doctor Strange says to Carol, "You're weak against magic." Like Superman. I think that you should stay weak to Superman, because for somebody as powerful as you to not have a weakness is really dangerous for the rest of us. She got a little bit insulted by that. Nah, you don't get insulted by that. And hopefully she learns that lesson. I always loved to say, Carol is one of those characters it was such a mess. But unlike Jessica Jones, as opposed to Jessica Drew, it's not the kind of mess where she refuses to dig herself out of it. You can get character development with Carol. Like, that's one of the beautiful things about the character. She's not a total wreck, but she is kind of wreck-ish, right? So there's plenty of room for her to grow. In every small little detail, you can have character growth with this particular character that you can't have with most other characters out there. That's one of the things I love about her. The whole idea of, remember in the Tower of Babel, Superman essentially said, here, I have, one major weakness. He has a weakness to magic and a weakness to Red Sun also. But he also has a weakness to kryptonite, and he gave that one little stone of kryptonite. I believe he got that from Metallo. I think he got that from Metallo in issue 4, was it, of Man of Steel, Jim Byrne run? John Byrne run. There it goes again, Jim. Jim. I hope he has a son named Jim. Going on too much about freaking John Byrne. Anyway, it was a great scene in the Tower of Babel. I hope that we get something like that in here also. If we don't, I'm sure it'll still be good because it's Kelly Thompson. But man, I really hope that this is one of those coming to grip moments where she realizes she has to have somebody out there who can stop her if she ever goes out of control. Because anybody can go out of control. Anybody can be mind controlled for the most part, you know? So it would be a really great moment for her to realize that. I would love to see something like that. As far as the art in this book, while the cover was beyond dope, I felt like the characters inside, the way they were drawn, the backgrounds, let's just get the backgrounds out of the way. Really, really good. Love the backgrounds in here. I love the way that Doctor Strange was drawn also. Not a lot of characters in here. But as far as even Doctor Strange to some small degree, but also all the other characters in here, they were drawn in a way like the IDW comic books. You get what I'm saying? The IDW imprint that are reproducing the Marvel comics or doing their own original stories, like with Yellow Hulk and stuff like that. Legit, that work looks like it's made, the art makes it look like the comic book is for kids. The art interior to this comic book also felt like it was made for kids. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is jarring. And it's not one of those things where I was reading the comic book and, oh, just a couple pages in, I forgot all about it. It was right up until the very end, to the very last page, where I'm like, yeah, I'm still thinking about the art not looking appropriate for this book. This is not me trying to disparage or discourage anybody. Rather, it's more of a just be aware. You know what I'm saying? Because there is some room for improvement. Just like with freaking Carol. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. This is a pretty long video. Did I mention the snakes are awesome? We could talk about that for another 10 minutes. Talk to you guys later. Like the video and watch it out on the way out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.